What's up, everybody? Welcome to our channel, Honest Hockey Takes. I am Hohen, and this is Scott, and in this video, we're going to be sharing our top 10 best left wingers in the league.
Yeah, so me and Hohen got together for a consensus list here, and we basically pooled our thoughts, and these are the 10 guys that we felt were currently, and we're saying in the last year and a half, 2 years, the current best top 10 left wingers right now in hockey. So this is not a lifetime achievement award. We don't care about the past and how well they've done or if they've won Stanley Cups or had huge seasons. Or some of these guys might be in the Hall of Fame. Some of them might have had 1,000 points. But we're going to go with right now, and we're going to start off with number 10. Hohen, take us away.
At number 10, we got Jake Guentzel from the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Are you sure? You sounded like you weren't sure.
I was like, wait, no, this guy is really, really good. One of the best net front presence in my mind. Like, he's good at tip-ins, right? This is a solid player with the tip-ins. He has got a terrific shot. I mean, if you guys watched this guy play in the New York series last season in the playoffs, this guy was the leading scorer on the team. Like, he was that good. He's super good when the games count, when the games are down the line. And I had this guy in fantasy hockey last year. Very freaking good player. I was not happy when he got injured, but no. This guy is one of the best goal scorers on this team.
Yeah, so what I really like about Jay Guentzel, obviously he has a really good shot. He's a great goal scorer, but he's fit with Crosby better than anyone ever has. Like, Crosby has gone through so many wingers over the years, and he's had guys like Chris Kunitz and stuff like that that he's played with. But this one feels different. Jay Guentzel is actually still a great hockey player, even when he's not playing with Sidney Crosby. He can carry his own work. Like, look, he still scores when Crosby's not there. He can carry a line. It's not like he is reliant on only Crosby for his production. And on top of that, one thing I've really always been impressed with in the last year or two, three, even more, is that this guy has shown up in the playoffs big. This is not just a regular season player. When the playoffs come, he turns it up to another level. He's been great.
This guy is to me, what really stands out about Jake Guentzel is that he's always been an elite goal scorer, and I feel like with that combination with Crosby being the elite playmaker, they're just built that perfect chemistry together. They're just perfect together.
All right, and coming in at number 9 on our list, I have Brady Tkachuk from the Ottawa Senators. This guy's game in the last 2 years has really taken a stride. He kind of had a little bit of a slower couple years to start his career, but now you can really see like the potential of Brady Tkachuk. Not only is he a good goal scorer, which we see that he could be like a 35-40 goal scorer in his future, and maybe even this year, honestly, but he's become a point per game player. And he is just so physical. And he is like such an antagonizer like his brother, who we're going to be counting just for sake of this list as a right winger. And he will be in the next video. So if you don't see Matt Tkachuk on this list, that is why. But back to Brady. So Brady right now leads his team in points. He is the captain of this team. He provides a lot of leadership and a lot of stuff that Ottawa never had, which is chippiness and physicality. So I think all of this together with his scoring and just his play in general is just such a good combination and really unlike anyone else on this list.
Yeah, the number one thing that stands out to me about Brady Tkachuk all the time is the amount of hits that he throws. He just throws his bodies around all the time. He always leads the league in forwards and elite players in terms of hitting. Always leads it.
Yeah, he throws his body as much as Ovi.
Yeah, just a crazy player. He can score goals, and the way that he scores goals, he crashes the net. I love it. Just a true power forward. He uses his size, uses his body. I love his chirpiness. I love how he chirps other players.
Oh yeah.
He makes a very. He likes to piss off other players.
He'll fight anyone. He doesn't have the fear.
Especially Brendan Lemieux. He loves to piss that guy off a lot, and they get into nice fights. And he would always fight too.
He doesn't back down.
Never
this
back down.
This guy won't back down from a fight.
If someone wants to fight him, he'll be like, okay, let's drop the glove. I don't care. I'm a star player. I'm ready to kill you. I love this guy.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have that star player diva mentality. He is willing to throw down with anybody. And I just love his confidence, how he plays. He'll shoot from anywhere. It doesn't even matter. Like, this guy puts up like 300 plus shots a year. It's insane.
Yeah, love it, this player. I love how much shots he throws. I love how many hits he throws. And I love the goals that he scores. And I love all the fights that he throws. But yeah. And at number 8, we have Kyle Connor from the Winnipeg Jets. Kyle Connor had a little bit of a slow start this year, but we know that this is one of the best. He is the best goal scorer on the Winnipeg Jets, and he has terrific release. We've seen it time and time again. He had 40-some goals last year. And on top of that, he's a terrific skater. Out of all the wingers that the Winnipeg Jets have on their team, he is easily the best one. There's no question about it. He is like ever since Patrick Laine has left this team, people thought, oh, they lost a big player in terms of goal scoring in Patrick Laine, but no, Kyle Connor just stepped in, and now he's like the guy now.
Yeah, it's actually funny when they drafted Laine, they thought that he was their goal scorer of the future. Little did they know that they had another youngster that was going to be their future goal scoring machine, and that's Kyle Connor. This guy is absolutely one of the most consistent players in the league. You know exactly what you're going to get out of him. He will always get you 35 plus goals if he doesn't get hurt and plays a full season, with the potential to do what he did last year, which was 47 goals. That's absolutely nuts. This guy is a goal scoring machine, and he's a decent passer too. It's underrated. Like, he has just really good complete game overall, and I love the player, honestly.
I love his hair too. He's got really cool hair.
Like, what's with you and the hair, bro?
It's cool, especially when you see it flying on the ice when they're going full speed like it's Zibanejad.
You love the flow.
Yeah, it just looks like, damn. Rupe Hintz too. I don't know why he cut his hair, but he should have just left it.
Alrighty, well, I don't know if this guy's hair is good enough for you, Hohen, but at number 7, we have Johnny Hockey, Mr. Johnny Gaudreau from the now Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, I thought at first I would have this guy a little bit higher up on my list, but really I just can't put him ahead of the other guys. It's not because he's not a great player. Like, we saw Johnny put up over 100 points last year. He was dominant. One of the best playmakers in the entire NHL, straight up. He's just amazing with the puck. He can dangle. One of his weaknesses, I guess, is just his size. He's not the biggest guy. But other than that, he's just got a really solid offensive game.
He is very elite offensively, but keep in mind, last season he played with some of the best players in the team. Like, he played with Elias Lindholm, elite centerman. He played with Matthew Tkachuk. Now he doesn't have those players, so it's going to be interesting to see how he does on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Granted, he is still an extremely talented hockey player. I never understood why he went to this Columbus Blue Jackets team, because honestly,
he could have gone to the Devils.
He could have gone to like literally anywhere else.
The
that's
Devils
better.
Were asking. Yeah. I don't know why he did. That is going to be his biggest mistake he regrets for his life.
But. Like, I don't understand that, but yeah, his size is a little small, like Scott alluded to, but he is good skater, elite stick handling, very good hockey player, but just not as good as the other players that we have in front. That's all. Now at number 6, I have Jonathan Huberdeau from the Calgary Flames, Johnny Gaudreau's old team. What I love about Jonathan Huberdeau is his elite passing for being a winger. That's really crazy. To me, he's like an elite playmaker being on the left wing, which is crazy. I love this player. When they made that trade when they traded Matthew Tkachuk and got Jonathan Huberdeau back, I was absolutely shocked. Like, I could not believe Florida gave this player up. Like, this guy had such good chemistry in Florida, and he had like over 100 points playing without being on Barkov's line 5-on-5. So that's impressive. Like, this is a terrific player. Calgary's so lucky to have this player. Big fan of him.
Yeah, for me, what put him over Johnny on this list, because they were both pretty comparable in points, is how he managed to do it and who he did it with. He wasn't necessarily playing with the top tier talent on his team, and he was still making everyone around him a lot better. And he's had a bit of a growing pain right now in Calgary so far. But if you look in the last couple weeks, he's definitely started to turn it around a bit, and I have a feeling he's going to turn it around even more in this upcoming month, and he's going to really ramp it up. This guy's just too good at passing the puck. He's one of the top 5 right now in the league best playmakers out there for a pure playmaker. He doesn't score a ton of goals, but I mean, when a guy's going to get you 70 plus assists, do you really care?
Yeah, and speaking about the growing pain, it's a really big thing, because like, he came to a brand new team and to a brand new country. Like, you gotta understand that he came from Florida,
change, yeah.
Florida, what's like a beautiful vacation home, to the Prairies, with full of, right now it's minus 30.
Yeah,
it has to
30.
And then he probably had to switch from his supercars to his to a pickup truck. Like, imagine the lifestyle change that he has to go through. And then all the whole line mates are all new. Everyone's new on the team except for Mackenzie Weegar. So imagine that. It's going to take him a while to adjust, but be patient with him. I know he's going to come back, and he's going to come back to probably end the season with 90 points. Won't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, full confidence in this player.
Yeah.
And on top of that, one extra side thing, from the time playing in Florida, he has learned to be pretty good for a winger in his own zone. You don't necessarily see a lot of wingers that are that great defensively in this league, but he is actually pretty solid in this defensive zone. Alrighty, and coming in at number 5 on my list, from the Washington Capitals, I have none other than Alexander Ovechkin, one of my absolute favorite players. This guy is an animal. We've all seen it for over 15 years now, how great this guy is at scoring goals, and he still keeps it up even at his old ass age. He still gets it done. No one can stop the shot from Ovi's office. It's just automatic. He's going to score. He's probably going to get 50 goals again this year like he did last year. Just unstoppable shot, and he has slowed down a bit, which is why we have him at 5 on this list and not in the top 3 or top 4. His skating isn't quite there what it used to be. And like we said earlier, this isn't a lifetime achievement video. This is current spot right now in the NHL. And he's still able to score. So we got to still have him high up on this list. And he's still very, very physical.
The only reason I ever watch Washington Capital games right now is to watch Ovechkin play and watch Ovechkin beat Wayne Gretzky's record. He's the best goal scorer to ever play the game.
Easy.
Easily. Keep in mind, I don't want to disrespect Mr. Gretzky because he is a legend, but Gretzky played in an era when goalies were nowhere as good as they are today. And the fact that Ovechkin is scoring these goals against these elite level goaltender is extremely impressive. He's a legend. He will forever be one of my favorite players. As top 5 favorite players, just one of the best goal scorer probably ever. I would probably never see a goal scorer as good as him ever again. But yeah, he's very deserving of the number 5.
Yeah, he's still got enough game to get it done. I'm pretty sure by the end of this year, he's still going to be a point per game player, even at like his age right now, which is absolutely incredible. Kind of like what we said in our last video with Crosby. These guys don't tend to really age, so they just keep getting it done and they keep putting up production.
I always love his fun attitude and his dark visors.
Yeah, I miss it.
And his yellow laces. Love him.
Bring back the dark visor.
Yeah, and which goes, now we're at number 4, and I get to introduce one of my, not my favorite, but I like this player, and it'll be Jason Robertson from the Dallas Stars.
I'm gonna leave now.
Jason Robertson is really good hockey player. I don't know if you guys are keeping track of the stats right now. He is like top 3 right now. He's amazing. He just like gets hat tricks. He just loves to go and get empty net goals. Love it. This guy is just, yeah, this guy's just good. What else can you say?
It drives me nuts just how many points he's put up so far already, because I've had to deal with that from a lot of people right now, just chirping me about this guy. But have to call it what it is. He is carrying the Dallas Stars on his back right now. He is an MVP candidate as of this point, and last year he was still a point per game player too, and he scored 40 goals. So I mean, this guy is very deserving to still be a top 5 player on this list and be here at number 4. What he's managed to do in the last 2-3 seasons is just unreal and very unexpected. When this guy was drafted, no one could have predicted he would be this level of a player. Like, I mean, you don't expect a second round player to come out and just put up these kind of insane numbers, like over 1.5 points per game to start this year. And to have an 18 game point streak is just freakishly good. Not quite as good as my boy Mitch, but it's right up there.
Yeah, and one of the big things that really helped him, I think also, I know we already know he's a good player last year, but I like how when Pete DeBoer took over this team, his play got better and the rest of the team got better. Like Heiskanen too, not only him. And I like that because now it's like I feel like Pete DeBoer allows him to play more offensively than the last coach. He's less restricted. He's allowed to be a little bit more free to do what he wants to do, and it's showing, it's paying off.
Yeah, one last thing I'll add on for Jason Robertson here is compared to last year, I'm already noticing the difference of just how much he tries to take over games. Like, he will really try to make a play out of nothing. It's kind of incredible. Like, some of the goals he scored already to start this year have been like insane, like just coming around the side of the net, just sneaking one in, like just some of these goals are like very true one-man superhero efforts, and it's been impressive. I'll give the guy credit where it's due. Although I will note that I don't think there's any chance that he keeps this pace up for a full season.
Yes, he will.
No chance.
Yes, he will. He's the best.
Alrighty, coming in at number 3, I have Artemi Panarin from the New York Rangers. What's more to say about this guy? This guy has been elite for a long time, and he is absolutely one of the best playmakers in all of hockey. The way he's able to see the ice and to read plays ahead of time and to read the defense when he's making these like beautiful passes to his teammates, whether it's Zibanejad or Kreider or even Strome last year, Trocheck this year. It doesn't seem to matter who Panarin plays with. He's able to make anyone a better player. And the numbers have shown it. Like, there's stats out there showing player stats with playing with Panarin versus without. And everyone who's played with Panarin has just had better numbers than playing with anyone else because he's just that good at setting them up.
Yeah, he's a terrific playmaker. But one thing I really do wish about Panarin that he does a little bit more is shoot the puck.
Oh my gosh, like, it's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating. We were, especially in the playoffs last season, like there were so many opportunities. If he just shoot that puck, he would score that goal. But he decides to keep on a stick and then pass it. I'm like, why do you do that?
He has a decent shot too. I don't know why he's afraid to shoot. It's very odd to me because like he has a good shot, but he's always looking for the pass first, and it's almost to a fault at some points. Like there's opportunities where it would be better for him to just try to score. But like absolutely, I get it. He is an elite playmaker, top 3 probably in the NHL at just passing and setting people up.
Yeah. He's already this good right now without shooting the puck that often. Imagine him shooting the puck a little bit more. I think he would be even better.
Man, if he could be like a 40-goal scorer and still have these playmaking abilities, that would be an elite player.
That's what I want to see from him. But no, he's
like
terrific.
Top 2, top 3.
Terrific. And that brings me to our number 2. Our number 2 would be Brad Marchand from the Boston Bruins. I've always liked Brad Marchand, and I like how he's a pest. Because he's really the only one other than the Tkachuk brothers. I feel like he's the only other good one in the league right now.
True.
Left. It used to be Corey Perry, but he's way out.
He's a little old now.
He's a little old now, but Brad Marchand is still elite at his age. It's unbelievable, and he's rarely injured. Like this year is like the first time I've ever seen him injured.
Yeah,
ever.
He's pretty reliable.
He's always consistent. Like every time, every fantasy hockey year, I'm like, this guy's too old now. He's over 33 now. I don't think he's gonna have like crazy year. And next thing you know, he got 100 points that year. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
the guy is nuts, and he has such a good chemistry with Patrice Bergeron. And when he does play with Pasta, oh my gosh, that power play that he's on is so lethal. And actually, Marchand really makes things happen. I really appreciate how he plays the game, really.
Yeah, as good as that line is with Bergeron and Pasta and him, like you can argue that he's the line driver. Like if you watch those games, he's dictating the play a lot. He's like the first one to like take the puck and to try to make a play with it. And like Owen says, like the combination of just the grit and the ability to just get under people's skin. The amount of times I've watched this team play, and he has made other players take stupid penalties, and then he punishes them again by scoring on the power play. Like, I mean, he gets the double-edged sword there. He gets them pissed off. They take the penalty. He gets the goal. Like, this guy's just the best pest ever. Like, it's straight up amazing. I've loved this guy because I know a lot of people hate this guy, and I love to go against the grain for that stuff, but, like, he just does it so well. No one does it quite like Brad Marchand. I swear the Tkachuk brothers must have watched him growing up and been like, this is the guy. They don't want to be like Gretzky or they don't want to be Crosby. They want to be this guy. Yeah, that's what they were thinking because like this guy is like amazing at doing that. And on top of that, really, really, really good defensive forward.
Yeah.
Like, this guy kills so many penalties and he is so good at scoring shorthanded goals and setting up shorthanded plays to his teammates. It's just unreal how good he is. He must be one of the most successful players in the last 15 years shorthanded. Like, it's unreal.
Yeah, he is a diamond. There's no players that play like him. None.
He is zero. He is one of one.
One of one. One of one.
Whether it's good or for the bad.
And sometimes. The crazy thing about him, he's getting paid less than $7 million.
Yeah, he's also like the league's best bargain. It's actually unreal.
What the heck?
Just all around, just bow down to this guy.
Bow down.
Alrighty. I'm going to give you number 1, and then I'm going to pass it off because I don't think the guy beside me can control himself. And for our top left wing in the NHL currently, we have Kirill Kaprizov from the Minnesota Wild. Go ahead, buddy.
100 points last year, over 100 points, playing technically by himself. Maybe not by himself, but pretty much. Like, literally, this guy was like more than how many more points than the next guy? Like crazy. He carried his
like
back
over 20.
His back was probably so sore last year carrying this team. because the rest of his team was so now I shouldn't say pathetic, but he is the best player by far. He's the only guy that stands out on the team. He can lap the whole team, the opposing team, in circles, and then he'll keep going in circles until he finds the right pass or shot. I love it. I actually went to watch a Minnesota game live just to see this guy. Man, terrific player. He's not even that big, but he's got elite skating. Again, elite skating, elite shooting, and he can pass the puck. Love it.
Yeah, so honestly, last year I thought Kirill Kaprizov should have been in the top 3 Hart nominees because of what he did for this Minnesota team. Before he got there, this team was not any good. Like, I'll be straight up, they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were bad. But he has completely taken over on this team and been a true mega star. And he is like the next one hovering on that like top 5 in the NHL list type of thing. And just the 100 points he put up last year, I think, is just the start. He's just so good with the puck, and he plays a different style than almost any other player I see currently in the league. The way he does that, like, just holds the puck and cycles and cycles and cycles and makes sure he has the right opportunity. He can go one man and like take things over. He can also play off the puck and just stand in that slot and take beautiful one-timers that tend to result in goals more times than not. And his chemistry with guys like Zuccarello has been pretty solid. Like, when he has a guy who's like a pure playmaker, he can really have that opportunity to score like 50 goals.
Minnesota Wild was like one of the most boring teams to watch before, until they got this guy into the league. When this guy went to this team, they became one of the most fun teams to watch. It's just crazy how much one player makes an impact to this franchise.
No,
so,
night and day. Like, from the old trap that they used to play and just defensive hockey with like almost no offense, no point per game players. Like, the top guy would get like 60 points. And then now this guy, 100 points, and they're playing like this run and gun style where every game's 5-4.
Yeah, like just like how Brad Marchand, our number 2, how much he changed the Boston Bruins franchise. This guy, Kirill Kaprizov, just absolutely changed this franchise. So that's why we had to put these guys at number 1 and Marchand number 2.
No, absolutely. Yep. Couldn't agree more. That was one of the ones that when we did our consensus, we both came to the same agreement. These guys have to be 1, 2. They're just too good at what they've done in the last year, 2 years, 3 years, and longer for some of them. So that's our list for the day, guys. I know there's a lot of other people we wanted to add in here. We had some honorable mentions we just wanted to list because it was close. Like, there's guys, when you're doing a top 10 list, it's really hard to put everyone in here, straight up. And guys like Andrei Svechnikov, Philip Forsberg, and Timo Meier were really close to making it on this list as well, but we just felt like the 10 guys above were like just a little bit better. So if you guys have any complaints or any disagreements, feel free to post it in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see you for our next one. Take care.
Take care, guys. Bye.